Hey everyone, in ETH community, good morning. Today is December 3rd, 2025. It's the day of the Fusaka upgrade on Ethereum network. I don't know much about it. I think it just lowers the transaction fees and the transaction increases the transaction speed. Not sure, whether it's going to be a net positive or negative for Wojak prices. Hopefully it is a net positive. Of course, that was the transaction fee and the speed were the advantages touted by Solana network. That's why memes were really popular there because it's so easy to manipulate the prices through watch trading on Solana. So right now we have the same feature, and I wonder if that's going to attract a lot of vamp attacks here on Ethereum. So right now, it doesn't prevent anyone to create a knockoff Wojak on Ethereum and use watch trading to just drive up the price and volume, because it's so cheap to trade now. Um, but I think in the short run, we might suffer some of these knockoff attacks. But in the long run, again, Wojak has survived over 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Um, you know, we're gonna survive any future vamp attacks. And that's what separates the genuine projects versus these knockoffs. We have survived many vamp attacks over the past 2.5 years. It's time tested. It's proven. Just like Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency. Um, but the reason that it's the most popular one is also because that it's being battle tested. I remember back in 2017, there was this hard fork, the big split between Bitcoin Core versus Bitcoin Cash. And for a time, it seems like Bitcoin Cash was going to flip Bitcoin Core. So, but Bitcoin survived, and there's so many other attacks. There were later on Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, all kinds of these forks, you know, um, trying to siphon capital away from Bitcoin. But eventually, Bitcoin was the one proven over and over to be the genuine one, the oldest, and also the main Bitcoin. Um, and see the same thing for Wojak. Yes, we are the first one, but it doesn't prevent us from being attacked by these knockoffs, just like Bitcoin did. So we survived for 2.5 years. We're gonna survive for another 2.5 years, um, and the serious money, the smart money, they'll see this, and they're gonna eventually, join us, and not any of these knockoffs. And these knockoffs, if they want to make it, they have to survive, constant vamp attacks. The most recent one, we see that um, um, the coin on Solana, the Wojak on Solana, just got its life sucked out of it by this new one. And this new one, who is going to prevent another cabal to create another Wojak on Solana and just suck the life out of this one? So that's why there's only one genuine Wojak, and it's the one on Ethereum, running for almost 3 years, and that's what I'm banking all my life savings on. But again, I need to emphasize that this is not financial advice. You got to do your own research. I'm just merely sharing what I'm doing, with full transparency. I'm no way, shape or form, advocating anybody else to do the exact same. Yesterday, I remember, when Bitcoin was ripping, Wojak was ripping, and the chat groups in Telegram and on Twitter were just quiet, and I was wondering what's going on. Where is everybody? I see that on Punky and the Troll, they're Telegram groups were gathering like hundreds of comments a day, but we were so quiet, And I think it was Reverend Cloud who responded saying, it's just there's so many fake outs over the past few months. I guess people were just exhausted. So even if Bitcoin went up $7,000 yesterday, we just don't want to be disappointed again. And I felt that, um, because over the past 2 months, I could not tell you how many times I thought this was the bottom, and we just went lower. So one great lesson that I learned is always keep some cash, and that's what I'm going to do as well. Just in case this one is a fake out as well, and if we go any lower, I want to have some cash in reserve to buy the next dip. So, but again, it's just what I'm doing. No, um, you know, financial advice to anyone. Each person, you have to make your own decision according to your own financial situation. Um, and one thing I want to stress that we touched on this last week, that you got to be ready for the fortune that's about to come, our way. Let's say that if Wojak hits $1 tomorrow, we'll all have millions, in our accounts. Are you ready for the weight of the wealth? Because earlier today I just saw this news of this son of a politician in Ukraine. He got kidnapped and tortured for his crypto keys, and he got burned to death. Of course, this happened in Europe, in Ukraine, which is going through a war right now. So, understandably, the security is really bad. But, with wealth, you're going to attract these kind of danger to your life. The most common thing is that, especially for young men out there, if you everybody knows, if you have millions of dollars, you attract very unscrupulous people, especially women in your life. And men, it's hard for us to be ruined by things, but it's very easy for us to be ruined by bad women. So you got to be careful, and that's why you got to prepare yourself, your heart, before the wealth comes. Otherwise, when money comes, it's not going to be a blessing for you. It's going to destroy your life. They say that a right woman will make a man, but a wrong woman will ruin a man's life. That's so true. Speaking from as a 45-year-old, I got to tell you, you got to watch out when you become wealthy, and also don't spend, you know, money on these frivolous things like supercars and whatnot. It's just a waste of money, man. It doesn't buy you anything besides attention, and you don't want attention when you are rich. So just prepare yourself, your heart, your habits. Get rid of habits, bad ones. If you're doing drugs, giving you millions of dollars, it's going to ruin your health. It's going to ruin your life. You might, let's say if you're addicted to fentanyl or heroin, give you $10 million, you OD on that stuff. So before the money hits, you got to clean up your life so you can withstand the weight of the money, and there's a responsibility comes with wealth. So for the young man out there, work on yourself before you acquire wealth. Shout out to the community, to the members: Crypto Blockhead, Carl, Amir, um, you know to Francois, Crypto Native, S, Floki Suzumo, Billionaire, Reverend Cloud, Trench Trader, Toru, Lyricus, Wojak Wallet, VR, Franz, Angelina, A7 Gold, Christoph, Rara, Board Lover, Just, Monk, Dot Algo, Andrew, and Cherry. Shout out to all you guys. You guys, every time I see you just interacting, amongst the community members, just to really give me a lot of encouragement. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's continue to make noises to make us heard in the wider crypto community. I think our time is near. So see you guys tomorrow.